Hello, beautiful. This is OKeba Anahata Ra. I'm coming to you with smiles and greetings, and I hope that you are doing very well. Hope that you're doing very well. We're entering into February, and there are a lot of topics to talk about this month. I will be continuing with the mini series about anger. I'm going to continue with that. In the latter part of this week. But today I want to put this video out with something that came to me, and I had an experience, and so I want to share it because it's a word that came to me, and it ties back into the video that I did about ancestors and altars, and it was really a confirmation for me about some things with that, in regards to dreams. Oftentimes, your dreams can be a time to work out certain issues and problems that you have during the day, but other times your dreams can be a way of those who have deceased family members and such, a way that they can communicate with you. And if you're doing your spiritual work, especially if you're a very open person, receptive, very receptive naturally, you may have family members who have deceased who may reach out to you and try to contact you. Pay attention when you see something that is recurring, when it is a recurring theme, or you see recurring people in particular. Usually it's going to be somebody who's connected to you in some kind of way, because they do have a line. You have a connection to them in your body. You carry that DNA, that line of DNA, and that's your connection through your blood and your bones and your DNA that you have, that's connected to your ancestors. And even though we are more than just that, we are our spirit, but when we come in this flesh, in this carnation, in this place, we call this the realm of the results. That's our connection to them, and many of them still have attachments to this level. Please check out that video about ancestors, because there's a word that I have in there about this, but this ties back into that, as to what I said, which is that we can help them. Oftentimes we can help them, not so much that they can help us, but we can usually help them in the realm in which we are. Some of them, when they pass on with a lot of baggage, a lot of karma, a lot of things that they have to resolve. And just because you are deceased does not mean that you are cleared of those things. And so sometimes, if you're doing work, if you're doing that light work, you may have relatives, ancestors, those who, usually people who you have known, will contact you. Sometimes they may call on you. You remember that they would talk about, hush, somebody's calling my name. You remember that song in the church? They would sing that song, and sometimes you may hear someone calling your name. You wake up, start. I used to have that happen so much, and it doesn't happen so much now, but it happens. It still happens, where you'll hear somebody call my name, and you'll ask, did somebody call me? Somebody call? No, nobody called you. And it's always in your birth name, right? And this is why we don't throw away our birth name. You can give yourself an ascendant name, right? As is done in HPU and various places. We all have ascendant names. I have my ascendant name. And you hold on to that, because that's you renaming yourself based on the growth and the development that you have and what you want to project into this life and this world now. But your birth name is significant. It is the energy in which you came in on this planet by way of your family. And that's not a bad thing, that you are known by your name outside of just this place in this realm. And so when people call on you, they call on you by that birth name. It carries energy. It's your persona, per sound. It is the sound and the vibration that you're carrying in this lifetime. And we each have our unique name. That's why if ever you go on to have readings and done and things like that, they'll always ask you what's your birth name, because it's significant. Anyway, but you might hear somebody call you in your name, right? But just speaking about that, but sometimes your relatives, those who have deceased, may speak to you. And I've had this encounter where a particular one contacted me several times. Not so much contacted me, but was making contact by way of being in my dream. I don't particularly think about this person, and but she was in my dream, and she has a daughter, and there's some things going on with her, and I hadn't really thought about this much, but I asked the question. And you ask it if you have something that is a recurring dream, a recurring, well, let's just talk about dreams, a recurring dream, or even a recurrent thought that continues to come in. Ask about it. Ask, what is this about? What am I supposed to be getting from this? What is someone communicating with me? Is this a what is this? You ask about it, you pray about it, and it will come to you. Just be patient, and it'll come to you. And what came to me, a very clear word that came to me, was that I'll just put it this way without getting too deep into it, which is that she was wanting me to offer up prayers, to send out a lot of prayers for her living daughter. My cousin, she's deceased, but she has a daughter, and to send out prayers for her, and I started to call around and inquire a bit more about what's happening, and surely enough, there is real reason for that. And so this is where I'll send a good bit of energy. And so your people, they're on the other side, but they see you. And when you are raising your light, when you are doing that light work, they may reach out to you. And so that's where I was saying to you, where we have an opportunity to help others, and also to send light to her, my deceased ancestor, my not ancestor, but my deceased relative, because she's also dealing with some things on that realm, and you can send light to them. There are various ways. I haven't gotten into all the deep ways and all the things that I do. I'll get into that further. I'm not quite ready to get into that or to share that just yet. We'll go into that further, but just know, with a good heart, with a pure intention of sending light and sending love to your deceased ancestors as well as your living relatives, praying for them, that raises their vibration, that raises their light, that also helps them, those who have passed away and who may be living and in a place of turmoil. Right, when we die here, we're in another realm, but like I said, it's not always all peaceful. Those desires, we go, there's a realm beyond this realm. This is the realm of results. We call it the realm of results. You have to have faith here, because it takes a little bit longer for things to manifest in this plane. And so you have to hold on to your faith and to your visions, because you may not always see them. And always know that the light work that you're doing does make a difference, right? You can't always see it here, but it is making a difference. So always send out that light, always send out those prayers and that good vibration, those good energies, because it does make a difference. The realm of desire is the one close into this realm, and that's the realm in which most and many go. You have to go through that realm, and some people are caught there. They get stuck there, just based on different readings and things that I've had that connect with various other literature that I've also read. What makes sense to me, where people are burning that energy out, and sometimes they need help and assistance there too, and they may call on you if you're able to do that. So I just want to speak something about that, just to let you know, to continue on to do a good work, to send out light and love to your people, to yourself and your situation. Always praying, always doing that light work on a regular basis, that it is beneficial, it's helpful, and sometimes you may be called on to be that light work, and you can bless your family down generations by that. If you haven't checked out my video about ancestors and altars, please do so. Also check out that video about anger, which I'm going to continue that mini series the remainder of this week. When you well, I won't go too deep into those heightened states, because I talked about that in that video. So until next time, I will see you. Be beautiful inside and out. As you increase your light, you become beautiful inside and out. All right, and many on an energetic, on an electronic level, and on a cellular level, you become beautiful inside and out. All right, that's it for now. Be well. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it. Send it to someone who may need to hear it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.